What's up, WTUW Speak Music Radio listeners? We are so very excited to have Goo Goo on the show with us. This is such an honor. Goo Goo, what's up? What you been up to?
I'm about to go into shooting the third season. You know, busy as ever. I don't know how I'm going to get all of this done with cameras following me because they kind of slow me down. And if anybody knows anything about me, I move real fast. So I don't know. I'm trying to prepare myself for that.
Well, congratulations on the third season. That's remarkable, especially for, you know, Christian artists and what you and your sisters are doing. So congratulations with that. Really quick, tell us what has sparked your interest in actually becoming a stylist. How did that come about?
Well, actually, I never grew up saying that I wanted to be a stylist or anything. I do remember having a passion for like style and things of that nature. I think it stems from, you know, growing up, I was pretty much the same way I do as far as my body is concerned when I was about 12 and 13 and, you know, 11 years old. And so I grew up not being able to get hand-me-downs from my sisters because they didn't have my problems. And so I just started creating things in my mind, and it was things that I wish I could wear. And I just was putting it on paper, but I didn't know at the time that I was designing. I didn't know at the time that I had a thing for fashion. I just said, whoa. And by the time I was like 16, a good designer friend of mine named Al Johnson, I said, oh, when I get some money, Al is going to make these clothes for me. And finally, I'm going to have some clothes fit me. So that's what sparked it. My mother is very glamorous and beautiful, glamorous. So, you know, it's in the family. But I never just said, ooh, I want to be a stylist. Because growing up the way I grew up, people paid people to shop for them. I mean, I didn't even know what the clothes were because we was always in a thrift shop.
Wow. Now, who is actually one of your favorite designers?
This conference is being recorded.
Sorry, go ahead.
Who is one of your favorite designers?
Oh, that's really difficult. I mean, I'll just say, you know, McQueen, just because I just can only throw one out there. But it really kind of changes. I love Alex McQueen.
Okay, definitely. And who are some of the artists besides your sisters, who we all know, Mary, that you've actually have designed for? Style.
Well, I haven't been designing. I've been styling.
Styling. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's cool because it's tricky. But
I must be speaking that in the atmosphere.
Well, I've done some designing for Crystal Rucker. You know, a lot of times when plus size women, just ideas are just like stuff is just limited. You know, and then you know, depending on your body size and your shape and your body type, like it's just, you know, it can just be difficult and overwhelming, and then you go in the store and everything looks like something your grandmother would wear. Right. Or either on the flip side it looks like something, you know, you want to wear to a nightclub that they shouldn't even make in your size. So when it comes to that sort of thing, just for versatility, and sometimes it's just people better. Crystal has been wearing a lot of my designs. She's another one of my clients, but I've styled Morris Chestnut, Avant, Michelle Williams of Destiny's Child, Elliot English,
wow,
of the Jamie Foxx show, and then so now that I can eat my mind, I lose it. But Junie, a singer, upcoming singer, Junie, and you know, it just depends. It just, you know, I deal with a lot of executives and you know, event planners and just things that whoever calls me, you know, that's who I style.
Now, I follow you on Twitter.
As long as they can pay the fee.
I know that's right. Come on.
Pay that fee.
Bring them coins, huh? Now, I follow you on Twitter, and I just noticed some of your tweets that you tweet, and you have a lot of fashion pet peeves. What would be your ultimate fashion pet peeve that just get your blood going?
You know, when people wear something that's just not for their body type, that just absolutely annoys me. And I get, because of my body type, people say they think I can wear everything, and I cannot. So the things that I can't wear are the things that I don't wear. Mm-hmm. So when you see me in stuff that I don't wear, that's because I can't wear it. Not because I don't want to or because I don't like it and I style other people in it and all that. But I say that to say we all have limitations. And because my figure is more so like the hourglass, people tend to say, oh, well, you can get away with anything. I really can't. So when I say that, dress for your body type, I don't say that from a place of, oh, mine looks like this and I can do this. Because, you know, I may wear some of the things, the very things that I can wear is something you can't wear. But at the same time, it's vice versa. Like, you're not going to never see these big old thighs in no mini skirts. I'm just not going to do it because I can't do that. But if it has something to do with accentuating a waistline, I'm gonna give you that all day long because that's my part. Like, you know, that's where I'm shining at. So some people, they have great legs. Some people have, you know, great skin. So their upper shoulder stuff. Some people have great, you know, y'all said y'all get candid. So some people have great breasts and other body areas, you know. But it's just like, if you have a great and mighty stomach, then I'm gonna need you to stop wearing mermaid dresses because you're not shaped like a mermaid.
Right.
Unless you're Ursula.
Oh my God.
And these are all things that I think we've all kind of experienced throughout just everyday life. You see it in grocery stores.
And you know what? And it really makes matters worse.
It does.
Like,
it does.
if I start wearing a lot of the things I said that I can't wear, y'all be looking, oh, wow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can blow you away with everything I wear. That's not what I'm saying. But if I start wearing that stuff that I can't wear, like if you see me in a mini skirt tomorrow, you'll be like, oh, shit. Told her. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just know your limitations, and because you may see somebody else in it and they may have curves, y'all two different types of thick. So you dress thick for your body type and let other people dress thick for their body type so that nobody ends up looking like a crook.
Now we're gonna have to get some of your fashion tips on the show. We're gonna have to get you to record the fashion tip of the day by Goo Goo. That's what we're gonna have to do because we can't cover all of it in this one show, but it's some interesting things that fly around.
Yes. The saints don't know how to dress. They go to the club on Saturday night and forget that they still have the same thing on when they come to church.
Now that's a good question. Let me ask you, give us some advice as to how Christians can stay current with fashion and also represent as a Christian and as a, saved individual. Or what is your take on that?
Well, the thing is, it kind of goes back to what I said about knowing what looks good on you. And it may look good on you in a club, but know that other things look good on you too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you look great in a spandex mini dress. That's fine. Can you look great in a spandex dress that's just a little longer for church, or one that comes up a little higher that covers up the boobs a little more? Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, church is not about, and you should look nice everywhere you go. But just for me and my convictions, I don't want to throw people off. Now, I got what I got, and it's not going anywhere. Right. And some people just struggling. You can come in a sheet. But I'm not going to, I don't want to, be doing praise and worship, and I'm jumping across stage, and people are looking at things that are jumping with me. You understand what I'm saying? So,
I can't even speak on that, girl. You're going to get me going.
But there's a time and a place for everything.
Yes,
and, we'll just call this thing what it is. Folks think they cute and stuff like that, and they like that attention that they get, and they want to get attention everywhere. But I know just for me, I like attention too. I like to be called, I like to be admired, all of that. But when I go to church, I don't want that. Like, I don't want to distract anybody. Like, I'm sensitive to what for. People need something, and I don't want to throw them off. Like, a man like you a woman. Let's just call it what it is. You got a big behind, okay?
Right.
So,
right.
A man is gonna look like that's just he's gonna do that, and that's fine. He's human, but don't give him too much to where like he could be, struggling in his marriage. He could be struggling with something else, like even a sickness or whatever, and that he needs to be kind of talking and meditating on while he's in church, and he's sitting up looking at your behind because you want attention. I don't want to steal that moment from him. I don't want to throw him off. You get what I'm like? Do what you can to help your brother. You don't want them to fall. Just like that scripture, I don't know where it is, but it's saying something about meat offends your brother. Don't eat meat in front of them. You understand what I'm saying? You're not gonna go play DJ Quick in front of your mama, are you? No, because if your mom is Thomasine Atkins, my mama, she gonna slap you. But it's just certain things like, come on, you can't do everything everywhere. So I feel like when you go to church, pull that stuff down, pull them skirts down, pull them tops up. So I think people know. I mean, you have the new converts that come to church and they don't have anything else to wear. And that's perfectly fine. I'm not a pants or dress person. I ain't none of that.
Mm-hmm.
But all I'm saying is sexy is not for church. It's not.
Right.
It ain't. Right. It's not for church. And some people are just sexy. Like I have female friends. I'm 100% heterosexual. Mm-hmm. But I know a sexy woman when I see one, and I think a woman that's comfortable in her sexuality can say that woman is sexy. That's perfectly fine. You will cover them completely up, and that's just the way they are. They're just, ultra feminine and girly. That's just the way they are. Some people are that way. Put them in the sheet and be that way. So I said that to say this: sexy is not even what you wear. So when you I'll say that unsafe clothes. You putting on all that kind of stuff. You think you sending off sexy, but really you sending off thirsty and desperate. And I just second without that sexual attention I like to get from men, so I have to bring that to church too. Sometimes you make a mistake. I didn't even mean to talk about behind the show. Sometimes that happens, and sometimes it just is what it is. You just want to wear certain things. But people that they split it always a little bit too high. They boobs is always just a little bit out. You know what I'm saying? Like everything you wear, we got to see the roundness of your behind. Like, come on, you ain't making a mistake. But
we see this in churches, all across. This has been a struggle.
Yeah.
All across America for a lot of different churches. So that is so true. I never looked at it in that light. Thinking about how certain men or maybe certain individuals may be struggling with something.
Y'all done pulled out a preach.
We really did. We got her preaching, didn't we?
No, because I feel like you're not even being sensitive to the bigger picture. I mean, this is our house of refuge. This is where people are coming to get help and strengthened and empowered. Don't throw them off. Don't throw the mothers off. The mothers don't. That throw them off. Like, you can't always make them completely happy, and sometimes you may rub people the wrong way. I'm a button pusher. I get it. But I'm just saying, if there's something in you that needs that attention, say, you know what, God, tell me to turn that off for church, because there's something wrong with that. It's all kind of distracted spirits in church, and really close, it plays a major part in it, to me.
Right about that.
Because you distract people when you do that.
My God. So, wow. You just pulled out a preach for us. That was the sermon for the day.
Oh.
So we don't have to come up with one. But it's all good. I got one quick thing. I need you to say all no other. Because I have this thing is on my brain about this fashion. What do you think about cat suits on women?
I think cat suits are beautiful. I think they're very sexy. We just talking about regular, but we're not talking about church no more, right?
No, we're talking about regular. I don't care. It's anybody in a cat suit.
No, I think a cat suit is a very sexy item to buy, and I just pray that you have some sort of cat-ish figure, and not necessarily a lion, but more like a house, like a house cat type of figure. Just make sure stuff is right. You know what I'm saying? And a big stomach, we're not going to call it big. We need other areas to be big and some other areas to be small. And if that's not where you're strong, then nowhere cat suit. That is your strong point, because you're making things worse.
Awesome. Another thing. One more. How about leggings and halter tops?
Oh, but you know what? Let me say this about cat suits, because I own a couple pair of cat suits. I have a dress that is actually see-through. So, or you can kind of see through it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I think a cat suit under there, I would never in a million years wear it to church. Mm-hmm. But it's a little sexy. But you get what I'm saying? It can cover up stuff. Or sometimes, it still show a little bit of curve, but it's not showing skin and and that sort of thing. So cat suits are really, really good for that, especially like in the summertime festivals and that sort of thing. You kind of want to show a little something, but not too much.
Right.
I think cat suits are good for that reason, just so you know why I use cat suits.
Right. So there's a proper way to wear these things.
Yeah, there is. And there's a proper figure that you should have. Even when people are bigger, if you're wearing something like, say you're wearing a high-low skirt, which is high in the front and long in the back. If you're wearing one of those skirts, you may want to put on a cat suit, and you can just, they may think it's a tank top and some leggings, underneath your skirt. But there you are in a cat suit. You know what I mean? It's all one color. Easy to put on, like that kind of like that whole praise dance vibe.
Right.
Okay, but man, Speak Music Radio, that was Goo Goo Atkins with the gospel of fashion. So if
The
you
fashion tips of the day, the gospel fashion tip of the day.
make sure you're wearing your clothes right. We don't need
Yeah,
to.
please.
Please. So, and if you need some tips, feel free to tweet Goo Goo. What's your Twitter, Miss Goo Goo?
It's VOOGOO, and it's the same thing on Instagram.
Awesome.
And give us your website as well.
Oh, my website is www.letgoodressyou. Also, I have a fan page on Facebook now, and it's called Google the Style Guru. So look me up anywhere, and I'm speaking the same song. Some people can rock with it, others can't. You know, I love everybody, and if you can't rock with it, that's fine. But this is who I'm gonna be, and I'm gonna let you be who you gonna be.
I think you just wrote a song.